Okay, so let's go ahead and attempt this look. Gorgeous. Chelsea right here picked out for me. I did prime my eyes. It's these 3 shades right here. This purple ink, purple pink, pink purple. I always have it the hardest time, but it's okay. I like getting pushed out of my comfort zone. And Chelsea picked some of the gorgeous, gorgeous colors for me, to be honest. And it was a really tough decision, but it was a win-win for me because it was the Jelly Week Cosmetics versus the Kylie. So either one I would have been happy with. And this brand is out of North Carolina. This brand is an indie brand. This brand is somebody that supports back. Every time I upload and I tag them when I use their products, they always repost me. And I think that right there is means so much more to me than just sending me free stuff. You know what I mean? Because every post, it gives me a chance to get somebody new, somebody fresh to see my looks. And hopefully a new subscriber or, you know, a new follower. So yeah, I highly recommend this brand. This palette is legit one of my favorites. I grab to it all the time. It is so colorful, so amazing. It is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. The layout is so pretty. It's just, it's a must have. And I have a discount code right down below in the description box, and I will also pop it up here for you so you don't have to go too far looking for it. I don't want to say it because I don't want to say it wrong, because if I'm not mistaken, it might be Jessica or Jessica 15 or something like that, but it does save you some money. I went in with the Dominique Cosmetics 24-hour crease proof everlasting eye base. I do like this base. I have hooded eyes, and as you can see, it is not crease proof. I just put it on. It was legit just talking to Mario for maybe a second. We were chatting about, you know, Thanksgiving and all that, because I kind of go all out every year. Which, when I had kids, you kind of have no choice. Like, we have a party inside of a party without even inviting anybody. So, pink to purple, purple to pink. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going in with that pink. And I'm just carving this out. We'll do an easy cut crease moment. And what I love about these shades, they're super pigmented. Like, can you see just with 2 applications, which I am using a Blend Buddy Cosmetics B2. These brushes are really, really good. Especially if you're a beginner or expert. Either way, you can't really go wrong with these brushes. They are color-coded to help you. They're supposed to be like lighter to dark. It shows you which one you need to use. She has like a set of 5. And you got this one. This one is before. Do I got any more in front of me? I don't think so. No. That's all it was. I grabbed out. But I've got more in my drawer. See how like they're lighter? So the lighter you go is the lighter the shade. It's more fluffier. So it blends out even better. More dense. The darker it goes. The black one is really nice to pack on that shade, which I thought I grabbed it. Here it is. I must have dropped it right back. See, it's got that tapered little end right there. So it's almost like that one, just a little different. And they are slightly different to cater to exactly what you need it for. And I think it's so super cool. So I'm going to go in with that black one and pick up that same shade, that pink shade. And I'll throw a picture up here of the colors that she picked for me so you can see which one I'm grabbing. Instead of having it to hold up this palette, because I want to have y'all zoomed in onto this look. And I don't want to have to like zoom out and in like I do a lot. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cheat a little bit. Sorry, Chelsea. I'm going to take a little bit of this white and still tap into this pink. So I'm not technically cheating, but I am cheating a little bit. And I'm just going to airbrush that right on top of there to kind of give it that little bit more blended look. And then I can also blend it out really good with when I go in to do my base. I can take a nice, I like this brush right here. Where you at? You should be out. Oh, right. There you go. Here it is. And I watched the technique from Rose. And she takes her foundation and she takes very, very little on the tip of her brush and just kind of working it into her hand. very, very little, and then goes over her eye look with it, so you still get the color of your foundation right in there, so it doesn't look crazy, and it does blend out a little bit for you. So now I'm going in with a Morphe M506. Y'all do not forget to go check out Chelsea and everybody else in this collaboration, please. I'm picking up that purple. I can't wait to see what everybody else did. I already saw Chelsea's look just because she sent me her eye look already. She's ahead of the game for sure. And I will clean this up with a Q-tip and versatile water. I've actually got to find my versatile water. My Tarte bottle's about empty. And I'm just going to leave it. I know it looks crazy right there, but there's a reason to my madness, I promise. So now I'm going to take a really fluffy brush. And I'm going to tap into that white again, and then tap into that purple, because I don't want to grab no other shades than what she told me to, other than white. So I'm cheating just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. Hey, my babies. One of my little girls have just woke up. Come here, babies. Wait. As you can tell with her bent hair. And these are really nice pigment, guys. What I mean by that, like, I'm literally going in with a fluffy brush, and a lot of times when I hit a pan, I really go light-handed in my pans, because that's just, I try to take as much care as I can possible with my palettes and have them last me as long as possible. So I'm taking a really fluffy brush and adding a little bit of that white and a little bit of that pink. And I'm doing the same thing right here, just buffing that out. She loves watching me do makeup. She loves makeup too. Yeah, I've just got to airbrush it out right there to give it that nice blended out airbrush look. How many times have I said airbrush? Have you been counting? Too damn many? I'm very much repetitive. And unfortunately, I try not to be. I do try to edit some of it out. Like I say so much. I say add, but see, I just said but 3 times. It is what it is. I had fed them corn dogs. And my girls love ketchup with their corn dogs. They like chicken fingers. And with chicken fingers, they eat the ranch. And with corn dogs, they eat ketchup. Well, Felicity has this little tendency. She likes to go in and dip her face in any of the condiments. So if it's ranch, she literally has it all over her face. If it's ketchup, she has it all over her face. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Not so much for me because I have to clean it up, but it is still funny. Alright, so we've cut that crease pretty high up. Now what I want to do is... Hold on, baby. Hold on. I want to take a little bit more.
I see a little chunky butt.
You might want to go make her a bottle before.
Oh, she's chill.
She's a little wet. Right, we'll change her. But, I gotta clean up that canvas real quick. Yeah, Felicity was moving. I kind of went a little bit too high up, but it's okay. We can clean it up. It is just makeup. Worst case scenario, I would have to take it all off and redo it, but I don't think so. She didn't do that much damage. Alright, so I don't really like that one. It's nice, but it's too big. I want more precise. So I'm going to go in with that purple again with a nice smaller one. I'm sitting here wondering why in the world I didn't have my mirror. It is turned, that's why. Wait, hold on, something's off. Alright, so there we go. There's the purple, nice and in your face. Now I'm gonna go in with that pink and do the same thing with this. And I'll probably end up using these same brushes for underneath. And I'll probably make this look even more. Okay, sorry, I had to go make Miss Felicity a bottle so she wouldn't give Dada too much of hell while I'm trying to finish up. Alright, so I'm just kind of buffing all this out. I didn't put no more product on this brush. This is a Hank and Henry Dahlia. Dahlia. And I'm going to tap into that purple. I barely touched it and then I blew it off. And it's just to kind of blend that all out. Alright, so see how nice those pigments are? And I'm so lucky enough to sit here and say this is from where I am. North Carolina represent. She is doing an awesome job at that for sure. And sit here and have such an awesome brand coming from literally same state I'm in, a couple hours up the road. And it's just so mind-blowing. So when I found this brand and I ordered this palette was close to a $60 palette, but it's well worth it. Like, it's 30 plus shades. And you got dual shifts, regular shimmers, multi-curls, mattes. Like, you have everything you need in this palette. So that alone breaks the price up. It's really what kind of turned me off of this palette for the longest, because I seen it when it first launched. I have been following Jelly Week Cosmetics for a little bit, and I saw she wanted like 64 for it at first, and I was like, what? Why? And mind you, that was really before I got into dual chromes, dual shifts. I didn't understand the concept of, okay, well, they're just shifty shades, like, you know, shimmers, but they're not. It's a lot more put in them, especially if you're indie brand and you're hand pressing them to do cost more. I was watching Lily Posh's live, and that's somebody I know for a fact that she's 100% real when it comes to talking about, you know, prices of things and everything else with her brand and other brands and what have you. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She doesn't, you know, try to verify or, you know, give excuses why certain things cost it. Like, she's legit, you know, she'll tell you, like, I hate that I have to, but in order to make anything off of it, it's still there, you know, she's not really making a lot from it. So I respect that to the max, because of course you got your brand, you've got to make something off of it. It would be kind of ridiculous for us to sit here and think that they're not. That's their job. Just like, you know, you go to work, you gotta make some kind of money. And any brands work their ass off. Me and Mario had talked about it when I first started my channel, about like maybe coming out with makeup, start like a makeup company or something. After knowing what I know, no, unless we were like to hit the lottery or something, and I was able to hire quite a bit of help in the factories and stuff, yeah, no, because it's so much work. Not saying it's not worth the work, but it is just so much work.
It takes money to make them.
So the first shade I'm gonna go in with in my shifty shades, because she picked these three up here. I think I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna go with this one first, and then I'm gonna overlay it with that one, and then I'm gonna end out with that dark pink. So first and foremost, y'all about to see how gorgeous this is. See that? Oh. And that's not even with a wet brush. That's not even with my fingertips. That's just a packer brush. A Dominique Cosmetics packer brush. DS02, the packer. Yep. I can tell by the density of the brush, it was a packer brush. It's like short and compact right there. Starting to get the hang of recognizing which brushes are used for what. Where since I've started my brand, I've learned something new. Since I started my channel, I learned something new daily when it comes to either, you know, content creating, makeup industry, whatever. But I'm constantly learning and developing. So I think it's really cool. I think it's really important as a person that you continuously grow and learn as you go. Take that middle one right there. You just kind of, this one might be one that'll work better with the finger. Oh, but there we go. Just because I'm putting it on top of that other shimmer, I don't really have nothing to kind of grab to. But I'm getting there. Let's see, what does it do with the finger? There we go. Ooh la la. I always like to I take my brush and kind of brush it off first because I don't want to mess up my pan. When I spray it, I spray the bristles and then I will dust it off with my hand. Just a little bit. Oh yeah. This is for eye. I mean, I could, but it would take a lot more work. So I'm gonna go in with that shade first. Ooh, this one is a wet one. Like it feels legit like wet to the touch. And I don't typically do all shimmers across the lid. It's pretty rare that I do. I do catch myself in these collabs doing it a lot more because they usually tend to pick out 3 shimmers for me a lot. So I do catch myself, you know, using it as an all over shade on the lid. Because I'm used to kind of going in and cutting a crease and then going in with a dark matte in the outer corner, giving it depth and all that. But it's always good. It's always nice to switch up a little bit. Because if I didn't switch up my content, it really wouldn't be no point to you watching it. You go watch one of my tutorials or one of my videos, it'd be done. Know everything that I do. So keeping it, you know, fresh and new and different does help a lot. That's why I enjoy these collabs so much, because it does help me. It'll take me out of my comfort zone. It takes me out of my little rut if I get into a rut. Every content creator does it. It's such a icky feeling to feel that way. I hate feeling like that. I hate to sit down and see all the makeup that I have, all the potential that I have right in front of me, and just be like, okay, so what am I doing? But it does get like that sometimes, unfortunately. Having these collabs and having somebody else kind of pick and choose for you mixes things up a lot. Because you have no control over what shades go. Like, you have control over how to put them down and where to put them down. But other than that, you kind of gotta go with the flow and hope it works. Now, don't get me wrong. Not every look is going to come out the way you want it. And that's regardless you're doing a collab or you're doing it on your own. It's just a look you might have in your head or seen on Instagram or TikTok. It looks really badass on camera or on video and on somebody else, and then you go to apply it, and it's just like, what is that? What am I doing? Why does it look like that? And it's just because, you know, different people, different folks, different strokes. Like, it's just, everybody has different eyes. Everybody has, you know, different skin tones, skin complexion, skin of, guess what? Your looks. So that's what this looks like. I'm kind of going to leave it at that. I will take that middle shimmer and pop that right up on that brow bone just to give it some shimmer. I put way too much. I always do, but it's okay. It is okay. Going in with that purple. Just throw that back right on top to kind of fade it out a little bit because I didn't want that much shimmer up there. I just wanted to accent underneath my brow bone. That's the only issue I have when I have nails on is the application of the products. I don't have a lot of coordination with applying it with my finger, which I don't have a lot of practice with nails that I can't see because they're longer. You don't want to like poke yourself in the eyeball or anything by chance. So you just try not to harm yourself in the process of it. But yeah, this is what we're working with. Will this look exactly the same when okay guys, I'm back. I didn't really do nothing else to my eyes. I just went ahead and finished up my face. I figured we finished the eyes on camera. So what I'm going to do is probably go in with my Hip Dot. Yep, this is my Hip Dot pencil that I had got from the Reese collection. It's got this nice little like pencil in, and then this one right here, it's clean, it's just dyed. It's just like a little packer. So what I'm going to do is go in with purple and probably that shimmer pink. I'll go with that matte purple first, and probably blend that purple out with that pink. We'll see how it looks. I have to be careful with like shades like this under my eyes because if I bring it too far down, it does make me look sick. And then that pencil, I'm just going to take some of that pink and just buff it out just a tad, just to give it a little bit of contrast, like so. And then I'm going to take that shimmer pink on the same brush that I used for the upper lid, knock off any large pieces and just put it right there. A really nice one is like not so compact, like pencil brush. And what I'm going to do is basically go in, let me show you, and these are kind of like similar shades. I'm going to go with this one right here, the lightest one, and put it right on the tip of it, and brush under that pink and connect it to the tear duct. Because I like lighter shades in my inner corner. It makes my eyes pop. And I have narrowed eyes as it is, like almond shaped eyes. So anything to help it is always a plus, to make it look bigger. So yeah, both of our girls are up, so you might hear them. You might hear Dad getting onto them. He's trying to keep them tame while I finish up this look. That's why while they're little, I'm soaking up all that mommy me time, because I already know my other girls are already really bonded with Mario, so I already know these girls are going to be the same way. So I better go ahead and get in all that mommy me time as I can. Because if they end up being daddy's girls too, I guarantee you. He's like the playful parent. I don't like play a lot. Like I play around with the little ones, of course, tickle them and stuff, and play hide and go seek or what have you. But he like plays, runs around with them, especially the older ones, plays ball, all that stuff. I mean, I get aggravated too fast. Yeah, so right now while they're little and they're at my butt, I enjoy the time. Because I know it's not always going to be like that. My 9-year-old, almost 10, is a daddy's girl all day long. She's always either laying down cuddling or getting butt hurt whenever he hollers at her. Like, it literally breaks her heart when he gets mad at her. I can yell at her all day long. I could get on to her. Doesn't faze her one bit. At all. He could barely say anything to her, and she's just like crushed. And he's like, what in the world? Why? I'm like, because she's sensitive when it comes to you. Duh. He's like, your mama can sit here, yeah, all day. And she just looks up like, yeah, okay. And it took him a while to like realize why. Because at first, he was like what? Just, you try to play my heartstrings? You know I'm gonna feel bad? And it's like, no, genuinely, she gets that upset when he gets upset with her. But, you know, daddy's girls never like disappointing their dads. I was 30 and still didn't like disappointing my dad. Well, 29 when my dad passed away, but like, it broke my heart anytime my dad was like, oh, I'm so disappointed at you, or me and him would get an argument. Like, it would crush me. Now, me and my mama could go ham. I did not give two craps what she thought, what she said. It didn't bother me, at all. No, my dad, And she was always like, oh, well, it's because he spoils you. And yeah, it's a perspective my dad did, but and all the way around it, no, he didn't. My dad was very self-centered. Unfortunately, when I was little, he made up with it times 20,000 with my kids, of course. And, you know, me being a parent, now I know, like, we all make mistakes. We all learn from our mistakes. And, you know, all you can do is just grow up, mature, and keep pushing, you know, hoping for better. I don't try to act like, yeah, I'm better than anybody by no means, or that I'm not being a bitch. Now, when I was younger, I value his opinion more than my own. And I found that to be really key in our relationship, that I respect his opinion and validate his opinion more than myself. Look, I went in with the Moret foundation stick and the Milk Makeup foundation stick. It kind of combined both of them, and I really do like how it came out. I used the Milk Makeup concealer. I went in with the Nikki Joy Cosmetics along with the Tarte Double Duty Beauty. This is a really good hydrating primer. I've had desert skin. What else? On my eyes, I went in with Bobbi Brown and Item Beauty for mascara. The liner, I used ColourPop BFF Catsuit. And then I used the Milk Makeup Gel Liner and Collaborate. I think that's what it says. Let me see. Yeah. It's just a really pretty, beautiful, like, metallic-y turquoise color. And it gives it that darkness, but, like, not too dark to where it's, like, black on your face, like black liner. It just gives it some of that fun color, pop of color. I went in with a She Glam Soft Tan as my contour. And my bronzer, I went in with a Chanel Let's Beige. I don't know. But this shade right here is like legit the perfect shade for contour to hollow out those cheeks. Y'all see how chiseled I look today? Chef kiss. Then I went in with a Milk Makeup lip and cheek, and this shade is Perk. It's such a pretty, like, tannish pink. Face palette in the Melt Cosmetics blush. So, and I just used the contour for this one. And then over that, I went over the Melt. It's like a glowy blush. It says highlighter. It says Digital Dust Highlight Pink Moon. So I use it as a blush topper. It is what it is. It's whatever you make it, right? To set down my foundation, because I wanted to make sure that it set down good. I've been having a lot of flaking, like right around here, and here. I went in my Giovanni the Givenchy, I can't say it, powder, and it really did really good. Now, highlighter. Can y'all tell? Can y'all tell which one it is? Can you? Mom, da-da-da-da. And then I also went over just a tad with a LYSJVARGAS Aesthetics palette. A gorgeous shade right there. Just kind of combined the two. Those are legit like my favorite two go-to highlighters. Just saying. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I set it all down with the Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. This is a really good, it's by Benefit. It is a little bit more on the pricier side, but I do find this to set my makeup, especially when I go in and set it in sections, that I'll put, you know, my foundation down, and then I'll set it a little bit. And I don't drench my face, I just spritz it a little bit to keep it moist. I do the concealer, the contour, the bronzing, and set it again, and then I'll do the cream blush, and then I won't set it after that. I'll leave it like that, and I'll go in and powder, set it, contour, blush, set it, highlighter. Makes sense? It's a lot of setting, right? But if you work in those steps, it does set everything nice, and it kind of helps everything melt into the skin by each layer. If you sit there and you wait until you put 5 layers on, you're going to have to do the technique where it drenches your face. That technique doesn't work for me. I have too much flakiness and too much dry spots to where if I drench my face and then I try to go in and set it down, there are certain spots on my face it will just pick up and take right off. Like, it takes all the makeup off of it. For me, if you're somebody that's like me, I deal with combination skin 24/7, and right now I'm more leaning towards the dry side. And so I basically peel right here, right in here, right here, and down here for the majority of it. The rest is just textured as hell. Like, it is a hot mess. But if you take the steps, and I know Mario, he gets frustrated with me because he's like, oh my god, you take forever to do makeup. It is a art, it is a skill. It takes forever to do it if you do it right, in my perspective. Now, if I was 20 and had really good skin, it probably would take me no time to do nothing. I can, you know, put some eyeshadow on, mascara, lip liner, and some gloss, and be done. And that's literally how I used to do my makeup. I didn't worry about my base or anything else. I never contoured, I never blushed, I never highlight. I didn't know none of that stuff until after I started my YouTube channel and doing research and learning about this, that I realized that there was so many more steps to it because I didn't need it. I have beautiful skin, and now my skin hates me. So you got to compromise where you have to. So if you're still young and you got gorgeous skin, appreciate it to the max. Don't let nobody tell you anything else. Don't let anybody be negative towards you. If you feel good in your skin and you don't have to put tons of makeup on, I am so jealous. Enjoy it, because unfortunately it doesn't last that long. With that being said, I really do like how this look came out. I think it's fun, festive, very bright and bold. Not typically a fall look, but I'm not your typical eye look person in general. So Casey knew what she was signing up for whenever she picked my colors. She knows I like colorful colors, and she did lean towards something that, you know, I would feel comfortable with, and I always appreciate that, because that's how I try to pick everybody else's colors. Like, I go from like videos I watch from when they're just doing regular looks, or pictures they've uploaded and stuff like that, and where they're the happiest and where they actually enjoy doing a look. I try to kind of replicate that into whichever palettes they choose, because it is collaboration. You choose 2 palettes, and then they pick one of the palettes and the colors. So it's kind of like Russian roulette. Like, you pick 2 palettes you like, or you can either, you know, mix it up a little bit, pick a palette you never use versus a palette you love. And you never know what your partner's going to pick, nor do you know the color story. So thank you so much. Mara's another one, Nightmare Bliss. Oh my god, she always picks really good colors for me. She did mine last week. And so this is Chelsea this week. And I feel Chelsea in this look because I see unicorns and rainbows when I see Chelsea. She is very bubbly, and she has an awesome personality, and she loves unicorns, and she loves, you see her inside this look a lot. So I think it's cool that I felt like I kind of achieved something out of both worlds. What are you doing? Trying to hit that there? You hitting that there? silly butt. I do appreciate y'all to the max. Thank you so much for sticking around, watching this video. I'm going to jump off here, do a couple of TikToks, take a couple of pictures, and get my butt over there and relax a little while. Before the hubby literally has to go pick up all the stuff. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. If you haven't already and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, I truly appreciate it. So make sure you hit that button, because obviously you like my content. Turn that bell on and give this video a thumbs up. Sharing is caring. We're so close to 2K, but still so far away, guys. Once I get there, I do plan on doing a gift card giveaway. I just got to make it to 2K and stick for a little bit, and then we can run it. So, share me out. Bye.